Good evening. Today is October 30th, 2023. This is a meeting of the Finance Committee. To my right is Councilman and I am Bob Phillips, the acting chair of the committee. The chairman, Todd Sievert, is out of the city at the moment. We have two items to come before the Finance Committee this evening, and the first one is about providing a recommendation authorizing the Director of Public Service Safety to enter into a 3-year agreement for some software. Mr. Titterington, you advised you were going to do the staff report.
And thank you. We are asking for you to allow us to enter into an extension of our current contract with Esri Corporation for Geographic Information System software, which is the backbone for all of the mapping that we do, and that mapping informs us for all of our utility work primarily, as well as our infrastructure. So it's a pretty vital piece of software. Again, it is the backbone of our deployment and monitoring, as well as maintenance services. Esri is a sole source. We're asking for authorization because they only do 3-year agreements, and the cost for a year is $30,254, which times 3 would put us over the $75,000 limit. We are asking for emergency legislation, as that we were trying to make sure that we had to come to you in the first place. We tried to negotiate as much as we could with them, but 3 years is the minimum, and so the licensing does expire prior to the end of November.
How long have we used these folks?
Well, we've had GIS since at least 2007, so it's been 17 plus years.
They are the industry standard.
They are.
Yes, as I understand. Quite honestly, it's if anybody's gone and bought a computer just on a residential level, it's extremely expensive for your software. So, unfortunately, as you describe, it is a backbone for almost, well, the majority of the stuff that happens in this building. So I don't have any other questions on that. Mr. Roselle.
So this is just getting us to the 2-year thing where you don't have to come to us? This is the whole 3 years. The whole 3 year.
This is the whole 3 years, which is why we're asking for council authorization, and we're not able to do it as an administrative item.
Anything else? Any other council folks have any questions or concerns with this item? Okay. Anybody in the audience have any questions or things that you would like to discuss on this item? Okay, seeing none, what is your pleasure with it?
Forward with emergency.
It is unanimous with the council, the committee people that are present with this committee to proceed as staff is recommending and with emergency. Thank you.
Park Rescue uses.
I'm sorry?
Particularly since Park Rescue uses it.
Oh, okay. And for the second item, we're here to potentially provide a recommendation to council regarding adjusting the base rate for stormwater utility charge, and I understand Ms. Salome is going to give us a report on that.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
A little.
Okay.
That's better.
I will try to speak up. City auditor and city directors, they have analyzed health of the stormwater utility fund, and they have concluded that it is necessary to adjust stormwater rates for years 2024 through 2028 to provide adequate fund stability. The last adjustments were established by City Council in 2018, effective 2019, and the stormwater rate went from $5.25 to $5.65, with no further adjustments for years 2020 through 2023. So last 4 years, stormwater rate has been at $5.65. But it is recommended to adjust the fees for years 2024 through 2028. It's due because of the capital improvement projects, and then you have an attachment that shows those projects. Also, in 2017, there was a stormwater master plan done, and they have provided 16 projects that were identified as priorities. And since then, we have completed half of those projects. Total cost of the projects were $11.8 million, and then in 2017, the remainder of the projects, 8 projects, were estimated at $8.2 million. And attachment 1 shows historical rate increases starting from 2008 to present, and also you have proposed rates as recommended. And attachment 3A shows that without rate adjustments in 2024 through 2028, in 2025, fund balance will drop below target balance and will become negative in 2028. But with the attachment 3B shows that if we adjust the fees, fund balance will be below target balance in 2025, 2027, and 2028, but it will not become negative. So it is city auditors and city directors' recommendation to adjust the fees for the next 5 years.
Thank you. In reading the report, it was kind of, excuse me, very straightforward how a 35-cent increase really gets us from a negative 13.47% at fund balance in year 2028 to at least a positive 51.49% in 2028 with the 35-cent increase. At this time, I don't have any further questions or concerns over this item. Mr. Roselle?
Mr. Chair, if I
Yes.
can particularly clarify something that Salome mentioned. So in December of 2017 is when we had the master plan completed by EMH&T. That included 16 high priority projects, including but not limited to the Kidder Ditch project, which we recently pretty much completed. Those 16 projects in 2017 dollars total $11.2 million.
Right.
Since that time to date, we've completed half of those, but we still have 8 projects left. And those 8 projects in 2017 dollars still add up to approximately $8.2 million worth of work. The biggest one is the Race Street project, storm sewer. That is over $5 million, probably closer to $6 million. We'll be doing the design work within this 5-year plan. We do not have that incorporated, that big project incorporated in this capital plan. But in the meantime, after we design it and we understand better the details and the cost estimates, then we will be attempting to pursue outside grants to help offset that cost.
Since you gotta have a fund balance, since we have to have a positive fund balance, not a whole lot of choice.
Right. Any other questions from any other council folks on this item? It's amazing what a mere 35 cents amortized over the city population with this, how much money that does generate. So, anyone in the audience have any questions or concerns about this rate increase that we're speaking of?
I would like to know that...
Come on up to the microphone and give us your name and address, please.
Susan West, 505 Water. If the money was from 2017, will this 35-cent increase qualify for what it's going to cost when you need
Will
it?
it accommodate that?
Yeah.
That remains to be seen as we bid these projects out.
Are you...
But again, that's why I mentioned the Race Street project, which is the
Right.
big one, the $5.1 million. Because we haven't done the detailed design, the only thing that's in the 5-year plan for the Race Street project is the design work.
Okay.
So that is included in here.
Okay.
And that's only about $100,000.
That's about $100,000, and once we get the results of that, which is probably about a year's worth of design that'll have to go into it, then we will pursue state and federal grant resources to help offset that,
Okay.
and look at other ways that we can handle it. We do put money every year in miscellaneous capital as a number, and so perhaps that could be able to be used as a match for a
Okay.
larger grant.
Okay, appreciate it.
Any other questions? Okay, and seeing none,
Move forward.
okay, then it's unanimous with the committee that's present to move forward as staff is requesting, and this does not have emergency, is that correct?
Correct.
All right. Any other items to come before the Finance Committee this evening? No?
Yes, sir.
All right, then we are adjourned. Thank you all for attending.